with making sure the unit was dry before we actually tested the tape and clean program. I did get rid of one thing. You remember that little squeaky sound that used to make the cricket inside the camera?
Oh.
Got rid of that, so...
Me and my ball.
Lunch needs cleaning.
Having a great meal. Look what 10 cents buys. What I'll show you is a dish that consists of each one of these items, with the exception of the cookies being for dessert. And under $1, I would also have enough money for dessert. And this will feed 2 people. So let's go shopping. Like a good name. And where you students probably live, you'll probably have some popular grocery store. Here where I live, there's Jewel and there's Dominic's, and they both compete against each other. If one is having a sale, the other one is having a different sale, and they switch between the two. This week, Jewel is having their 10-cent sale. Let's get our ingredients. So let's see, we're going to get 1 plum tomato, 1 Florida juice orange, 1 green kiwi, 1 vanilla sweet onion, 1 lime, 1 baby artichoke, and 1 package of peeled baby carrots. We'll save 2 cookies for dessert. Let's go. We got our plum tomato, 10 cents. Now let's get our orange. We got our Florida juice orange. Now let's go get our kiwi. Here we got our kiwi. We're all set. Now we got to get our onion. We got our vanilla sweet onions. Next we'll get our limes. For the lime, there, perfect. Lime, 10 cents each. Got it. Baby artichokes. Let's see. Let's look for a big one. Jeez, these are really big ones. 10 cents. Can you believe this? 10 cents? All right. Now let's go get our carrots. Now we've got our carrots. Now we're going to go and need to get our cookies for dessert. Let's go. So, cookies for dogs, no cookies for humans. They have to have the cookies somewhere. Aha, cookies for here. Cookies, 10 cents. So, let's see, they're the chocolate chip ones. They're right here. We have a bag. Sometimes I think the bags are worth more than 10 cents. I'll find out. 2 cookies. 1, 2, 20 cents. Dessert. We're all set to start cooking. Let's go. Cash these out. What is this called?
It's in the thing, man.
What is this called?
The aperture.
What?
It's the aperture.
It's the arbiters?
Yeah.
Avocado?
Yeah.
It's, okay, we got the avocado, the tomato, potato. No, tomato. All right?
Yeah.
Not tomato? Tomato.
Yeah.
Okay. Orange. Onion. Lime. Carrots. And kiwi for a special touch.
Yep.
And of course we have our cookies for dessert. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, cool.
So you always have to punch in your phone number to get your discounts. All right, thanks, Joe. Looks like we got some dishes to do. Like any college students, they're always full of dishes and more dishes and more dishes. We have our pan already, and we have a microwave. As you can see, every college student eats after 12. All right, we have everything set up here. We have our cutting board, our knives. To sharpen our knives, we have a knife sharpener. You have to make sure that all your knives are sharp. If you don't have knives, you could use a pizza cutter. And if you don't have a pizza cutter, if you're too poor for that, use a can opener, open the top of a can, and use that, and that actually works much better than a can opener. Now, we have to start the flame. Start it here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There, okay. Put it on a low flame, let the pan heat up. We're not going to use oil because we're too poor to use oil. So instead of using oil, we'll use lime. We'll start by cutting up the lime. Curl your fingers, especially if you're using the lid of a can. And take both lemons, squeeze them in there like that. You take your green thing, get some water in there. Make sure there's a lot of water. Okay, sprinkle it off a little bit. Take a towel. Wrap it in the towel, like so. And throw it in the microwave. I said we were going to steam it before, but it's 12:38 and I have finals tomorrow. So, we're in a hurry. We're going to put it in for 5 minutes. 5, start. It's going to be our oil, and it's going to work good. 1 lime for me and 1 lime for someone else. 2 is a perfect combination. And we're going to go to our next citrus item. Orange. We're going to cut that up real quick with our nicely sharpened knives into any kind of order, because after all, this is just going to be our 10-cent stew. Alright, now we got all the oranges cut up. We're going to throw them right in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower the flame a little bit, because anytime you see steam coming up, usually means we're a little too high, so we're going to bring it down just a tad bit, let it sizzle. Put your hands in there, move everything around, make sure it's all even out. Put the cap in for now. We're going to go and dig into our onion. And we see here, it's not a perfectly good onion, and not all good college students are going to know to pick out a good onion. You see this black right here? That's rotten. So we're going to go ahead and cut that right off. There we go, as so. There we go. All right. Now we're going to cut directly right in the middle, and we're going to peel the onion. And to get off the end, the stub right here, because the stub keeps us from peeling. There we go. Get some peels. Some people take high school biology goggles and put those on. They work great. Now it's time to put some of the onion in here and the whole mixture. It's going to be a beautiful contrast. We have sweet, we have tart, and we have a taste that is unique to the onion. Next is the tomato. The tomato will give it a moderate transition from the tart sweet to the unique taste and flavor of the onion. So we'll slice it up as so. This knife was not sharpened enough, so we're going to use a smaller one. Much better. You can tell a good knife by how it cuts. If you have to use any kind of force, it's not sharpened enough, or you need to use out of the can. Alright, now while we get the tomatoes done and the artichoke is halfway done, we're going to turn it around a little bit, just make sure it's all the way cooked. I can already smell it. Alright, now let's do it for 1 more minute. And we're going to get the potatoes in. There we go, nice and easy. Next item on the list, the kiwi. So we're going to start cutting both ends off so it's easy to cut throughout. So we're going to go in like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost like cardboard. No wonder why it's 10 cents. But we don't care. And look at these beautiful colors. We have orange, we have white, and we have red. What a beautiful transition. And guess what we're going to add? Green. Look at that. Now we have all these wonderful colors. Guess what we're going to do right now? We're going to stir them up before we put in the carrots. All right, we're going to put the cap on that for now. Let it sizzle. And we're not going to use all the carrots. We're just going to use 2 handfuls. 1 handful for yourself and 1 handful for whoever you want. So we're going to take these real quick and be careful that they don't fall in the sink. And bring the water on the top and let the water fall through. Bring the water on top and let the water fall through. Bring the water on top and let it all fall through. And before you know it, the carrots are clean. So now the carrots are clean and everything's nice and sizzling. We're going to just take the carrots and let them fall in deep. Like college students dream fish. You smell that. At this point, the oranges are nice and tender and they're just falling apart. And it's all mixing in. It's going to be all nice and mushy, and the kiwi that was once cardboard is going to become soft and tender. This is going to be one of the most beautiful and juiciest dishes you've ever had. Trust me on that one. So we're going to put this back on, put the lid back on, and we're going to let it cook for just about 10 more minutes on a higher flame. But not too much higher, just about less than medium for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to go watch some TV like any normal college student would. And in 10 minutes, you have to have a timer, because this is common with college students. They'll watch something and they'll forget what's cooking. But that's all right, because even if you forget, this meal will be tasty when you get to it. So it doesn't matter if you wait 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just as long as you don't wait until tomorrow morning. You'll be okay. So let's watch some TV. All right, let's shake this up a little bit. Luscious. Not only food for the mouth, but also for the eyes. And that's important, because the eyes eat first. Turn out the flame. Take the artichoke out, microwave, unravel it. What you want to do, see it's nice and soft. See how that peels off right there, like that? That's what you're looking for. And only the microwave does that, because the microwave is tuned to the frequency that water resonates at. And that's how microwave cooks food. Tasty. It needs some lime, and guess where the lime is? The lime is in here. So what we want to do is we want to peel all these, and if you used a microwave or steamed it long enough, they should all peel off like so. Now that you got most of them peeled off, you can just pull this off right off of the heart, as so is the spoon. So just keep scraping like you'd be scraping paint off the wall of the house. And just let all the paint chips fall right on the cutting board. Now that we have our artichoke, we're going to go over here and make sure that all the hair is off by rinsing it. Alright, we're going to take it back here onto the cutting board, and we're going to slice into itty bitty slices. Yum. Doesn't everyone love artichoke hearts? So now they're cut. We're going to throw them in. We're going to put the artichoke leaves on the dish, right on top of the cookie, because you know desserts always last. So you work your way from the top down to the bottom. Take all the luscious juices, sprinkle some on there. Now we're going to take some of this nice food and pour some of the meat on top. Yum, 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 yum. Fabulous. The nose, the eyes, and finally the mouth. A complete meal. So just me and my bowl, having a great meal before finals. Mmm.